car review. Now, Ted, it's big and it's brash, but is it good?
Well, Buick have been making better cars lately, but this ain't one of them.
But most companies' big cars are being downsized. This one's upsized. Why?
What can I say? Flying in the face of conventional wisdom, Buick has decided to market one of the biggest cars on the road. The Roadmaster name hasn't been seen on North American highways and byways since 1958, and this version is Buick's first rear-drive sedan since the 1987 Regal. According to Buick officials, the made in Texas Roadmaster is for those who want a full-size, full-frame sedan with V8 power in a contemporary package. With its 5.7-liter, 180-horsepower V8 engine and 4-speed automatic transmission and a gross weight in excess of 2 tons, the Roadmaster is definitely a full-size automobile. Indeed, Road Monster might be more to the point. 2 versions are offered, sedan and limited. Our test car is the limited, which means it has more stuff on it. Base price for the limited is just over $29,000, and General Motors across the board 60,000 kilometer 3-year base warranty comes with it. Those who buy this type of car don't usually care about fuel consumption, but for the record, the Roadmaster Limited Sedan gets 14.3 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and 8.6 on the highway. Despite Buick's claim to the contrary, the Roadmaster is not a contemporary automobile. It's an overweight, undersprung, under-engineered, gaudy dinosaur that is not a pleasure to drive and, in fact, is embarrassing to be seen in. But just look at it. White-wall tires, fake spoke wheels, chrome trim everywhere. You can even order a vinyl roof. A vinyl roof. The design team responsible for all this must think Eisenhower is still president. And fit and finish is terrible. Look how badly the doors fit at the roofline. Nor are things much better inside the car. The front seats are overstuffed and almost impossible to get comfortable in. Instrumentation and control placement is at least 20 years out of date, and ergonomics are so out of whack, you literally cannot rest your arm on the windowsill. It's too far away. Lovely fake wood trim, though. Even the outside rearview mirrors display a complete disregard for drivability. They're far too small, and changing lanes is much more difficult than it should be. On the plus side, the Roadmaster has plenty of snap. Tromp the pedal, and the fuel-ejected engine delivers lots of highway reserve power. It also has an absolutely huge trunk, more than 20 cubic feet. Headroom is good too, and so is legroom. You get lots of standard equipment too. Anti-locking brakes, driver's side airbag, power window with driver's side express down feature, power seats, and power door locks that of course only work from the inside. Now, I don't want to seem like I'm taking a cheap shot at Buick here. They are actually making better cars than the rest of General Motors. The LeSabre and Regal, for example, are 2 good cars. But the Roadmaster Limited represents a gigantic leap backward in automotive technology. Instead of buying the Roadmaster Limited, why not take a look at the new Ford Crown Victoria, which is a better car in every department. And the Lincoln Town Car is also worthy of mention here. If you want to stay with General Motors, there's the Chevy Caprice Classic, Oldsmobile 98, or Cadillac Seville, DeVille, Brougham, and Eldorado, which are all front drive but still of the same ilk. The Lexus LS400 and Infiniti Q45 also represent better choices, and I suppose Chrysler's Dynasty should be included here as well. Well, I give this one a driving dollar value of 1/8 of a tank, but only out of politeness. If I could, I'd go into the red with this one.
Well, I sense disapproval here, Ted. And I must say that I'm going to have to defend the car, okay? Because I think that there is still a big market out there who wants a big car. People that perceive that a car to be smooth and comfortable and so forth has to be big.
That's not the point. I have no problem with a big car. I understand that. I have no problem with a full frame car. But why do they have to engineer these silly features in it, like the vinyl roof, optional vinyl roof, and the wire wheels? And I mean,
well, these things here, these are hangover.
Stuff.
This is the one problem with some GM products. This hangover from 1960s, 1970s styling cliches. I mean, wire wheels, really. I mean, those things belong in the garbage bin of bad taste.
Do you know what this car represents? It's the reason why Saturn was formed. The kind of mindset behind this kind of car is the reason that General Motors cannot make competitive small cars. That's why Saturn exists, because this car is so bad, so wasteful, so under-engineered.
Well, on the plus side, there are several plus sides. The front seats, I was amazed to find they are bench front seats, which are very practical for families and so forth. They have 3 seat belts there. They have actually have some bolstering. The usual complaint about sliding around in the seats, you can throw out the window because it has some bolstering to keep you in place. Very, very good point. Another thing is that the car handles quite well.
Oh, the car
handles better,
like
much better than a Crown Victoria.
It handles like
no
a tugboat.
About that.
No, you're wrong about that. It handles like a tugboat. This thing has got the worst handling that I've driven. I have to say, in all honesty, after doing this for 15 years, I have not driven a car of this type that I found so bad to drive. Around the corners, it wallows. You're bouncing up and down. It's just a
Well,
terrible,
I was following this Porsche on a twisty road, Ted, and I'll tell you, the Crown Vic wouldn't perform. If you were following me in your Crown Vic, you'd have been left in the dust.
Well, what kind of Porsche was it?
I was surprised
for
its size, but I do concede that it's much too oversized. If you look at the distance between the front of the radiator grille, the radiator, and the back of the bumper, look at when you've got the hood open, there is a gap there you could put your Harley Davidson into. It's ridiculous.
You could
see
put
a huge
your Porsche
area
in
the
there.
road. It's ludicrous.
It's got a big trunk. I'll give it that. I mean,
well, it should have a big trunk. The trunk is as large as a small car.
Again, I understand the need for a big car. All I'm saying is that do they have to make one that is so gaudy? Anyway, we got to go. Red light, green light. What I don't like about it, everything. I hate this car. Fit and finish, ergonomics, concept, get rid of it. Green light, on the other hand, good power. Have to give it that. Lots and lots of room in it, and you get quite a bit of car for the money, but look somewhere else. Driving dollar value, as I say, 1/8 of a tank only because I'm being a nice guy.
Pretty miserable, Ted. Stay with us. We'll be right